Hi, students. Cynthia Nitch here. Wanted to cover the sales and distribution case. This is your submission of once you're completed. Here's your case study instructions, and we'll look at that in a second. But I just want to let you know what to turn in. I will subtract 10 points for any missing requirement. You must use the screen capture tool to submit your work. Please look in here to see which screen capture is best for you. And then I need you to upload 2 screen captures, one of the document flow, which is step 13, and then one that does your customer balance in local currency, which is the TC code, transaction code is F23. So these would be your 2 submissions to turn in for your sales and distribution case. So let's look at the instructions. So on these instructions, we have, it'll take you 2 hours to complete. There's 13 steps, really kind of 12 because this is just reviewing it. But what we want to do is we want to process a complete order to cash process. And it'll have different roles, right? We'll have a sales agent, a warehouse worker, an accounting clerk. And for the sake of the case, you're all of these people. So in this case study, you'll have an existing customer already put in, vendor masters completed for you. And our customer is Peachtree Bikes. And they want 5 deluxe bikes and 2 professional touring. So in this sales and distribution, it says you'll receive an inquiry, but we're actually going to create an inquiry. And then we process it into a quote. And then we create a sales order, and then once that sales order is done, we go ahead and check our stock, and then we pick the product, deliver the product, and create an invoice, and then finally receive the payment. So here's your steps here. All right, so I'm going to do step number 1 with you. So it's creating a customer inquiry. So Peachtree wants to know how much it'll cost to purchase the bikes. Now we will enter an inquiry for the customer. An inquiry is a customer request to be provided with sales information without obligation. So these are the things we need to do is just go into logistics, sales, distribution, and create an inquiry. So I'm going to go ahead and go into SAP, and I'm going to put my instructions on my other monitor. Okay, so what I need to do first is I need to go ahead and choose logistics, which I've already done. So I'm going to click on logistics, and I go to sales and distribution. I go into sales, and I choose inquiry. Usually it would go like that. So you can create an inquiry if you already have an existing inquiry and need to change it, or you want to display your existing completed inquiry, you can do it. But for now, we're going to do create. So I'm going to double click on create. And this is going to be an inquiry. So I kind of already did it. This is the second time I've done this video. But inquiry, it's an IN. I'll show you where that's at. Right here, double click on it. It's US East. It's a wholesale, and we're doing bikes. So this will be blank. When you guys go in it, you would just need to fill that out. And then I would choose continue at the lower right. And then I want to do a sold to party. I'm going to sell to Peachtree, so I'm going to click on this. And what I want to find is my Peachtree people, right? Or my number. So I'm going to do 002 is my ID. It's not yours. You'll need to put yours in. And the country is US. So make sure you put the country because you can have Germany's and stuff. I don't know if it's US or USA. If I press enter, yeah. So it's US. And then what I want to look for is Peachtree, and that is my sold to party 4002. That's unique to me, right? That's my ID. Yours will be different. So 402 is who I'm shipping to. So I got those 2 right. My customer reference is 02 because that's me. And my customer date is today's date, right? And then I'm going to validate it. It's valid from today's date and a month. You have 1 month for this inquiry to be valid, to stay valid. All right, so now I got to input my materials of what they're going to buy. So I can click, I'll click on materials and I'll choose this little search engine here. And since I did it already, this sales material by description comes up. That's actually what your instructions say. But when you first open it, you're going to see materials by description. But you don't want that because you don't want Germany involved and all the other ones. You just want sale material by description. So what you do here is you make sure it's UE00 and the warehouse. And then your material would be asterisk any material that has to do with your account. So your ID. So you'll see a bunch of material here. So I'm going to click Start Search. So everything, all the material that I have in my 002, yours would be like 171 or something like that. And I go and find my Touring Black. So I double click on that. And I want to do an order quantity of 5. Then I go into my Professional Touring. So I go into sales material, go look at it again, exactly the way I did it, and I go to my Professional Touring Black, and I want 2 of those. Okay? If I press enter here, you'll see what my net value of is with the total of 7 bikes. So I press enter and you'll see my value. Oops, let me get my little cursor on the end of the 2 and press enter. There you go, $21,000, right? So this is what I'm ordering here. And what they want to do, because this is just an inquiry, we're going to do some internal notes here. And we are pretty confident that they're going to purchase, that Peachtree is going to purchase these 7 bikes. But we kind of want to work with probability, like, is this a strong inquiry or is this a weak inquiry? And so right now it's kind of weak, right? It's only at 30%. So it's only saying like, maybe 6,400. It could be 21,000. So this is just an internal notes that we want to do and we want to change. So I'm going to select these 2 and I'm going to change the probability to 70% instead of 30%, which is the standard. So I'll click on this little item condition box and I want to go to sales A and I want to change this probability to 70 instead of 30, and I'm going to press, I can press enter or I can just get out. All right, so but that's just for the deluxe. Now I need to go to Professional Touring right here and change it to 70 as well. So now I have a different probability of how I think this inquiry is going to go. So I can choose my back button and I've already changed that. So see, this is 14,980 now, so it's different. So maybe when my boss is looking at the end of the day how much I sold or how much inquiries are going on and what's the probability that it might fly, they might want to run a report on this. All right, the next thing I want to do is I want to see how much I have materials already there, right? So I'm going to go ahead and let me scroll down and get the instructions for this. So I want to select, I just want to select my deluxe and I want to see what I have in my availability. So I click there and I'm going to choose this little one. It's an icon with the glasses, display availability, and I'll click on it and it'll say that I have 100 in stock. That's awesome because I only need 5, right? So I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at my stock here and see what I got there. And I have 80. So that's good because I only need 2 of those. All right, so I'm good with availability. I did my probability. So I'm done with step 1. And I'm just going to, when I click save, it's going to give me an inquiry number here. And I want to keep that because I'm going to reference all the information that I have here in my quote. So I'm going to click save and then I'm going to write down my inquiry number. Now notice that my inquiry number is going to be different than yours, okay? Don't use mine. All right, and that's the first step. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.